years in a row.
Now at noon, the Blue Angels take to the skies near McCarran International Airport to look at the show and reaction from fans who stopped what they were doing to witness the flyover. Well, don't let these sunny skies fool you, because your Friday forecast calls for some wind, and it actually looks like rain coming in from the west right now. Nate is your most accurate forecast. After 6 decades of service in the Las Vegas Valley, this weekend is your last chance to grab some grub at Mikhail's. A look at the lines before they shut down the doors for good.
Now, live, this is 8 News Now at noon.
Thanks for joining us at noon. I'm Kirsten Joyce. Many heard and saw a rare sight in the sky this morning. The Blue Angels fighter jets, the Navy's flight demonstration squadron, made its signature Delta formation over McCarran. Hector Mejia talked with an aviation enthusiast about his experience.
Let me tell you, they flew by so quickly you could miss them with a blink of an eye. Joining us here, we have Richard Lewa. You were here just to see the Blue Angels fly over McCarran.
Yep. Was here about 30 minutes before, waited for them, been watching them since I was 4 years old from Moffett, California, and that's when it all started for me. So it took me back to being a 5-year-old kid watching them.
And so this was not your first experience, but what was today's experience like?
Brought me back to being a little kid, jumping around, all giggity, and can't explain it. You know, watching them is nothing you can express.
You took some footage yourself here, and you were so excited as you were taking it.
Yep. I can't get enough of them. It's just one of those things that I absolutely love.
This flyover was done all for photographs. After this, the Blue Angels headed over to Hoover Dam for even more pictures there. They're currently performing 61 flight demonstrations at 32 locations all across the U.S. and Canada. Hector Mejia reporting, 8 News Now.
Thank you, Hector. All right, well, Nate, things change quickly, as we know that often happens, and it's looking quite ominous out there.
Yes, officially the National Weather Service dropped rain from the forecast for today, but obviously Mom Nature had other things on her mind. You saw a couple of raindrops on your camera. This is our picture from Boulder Station looking out to these, and there is definitely something coming. First, the official number for McCarran, we're at 56 with some showers, even a couple of snowflakes being reported on the far west side. Winds gusting over 20 miles an hour. We're 8 degrees cooler than we were at this time yesterday, so keep an eye, watch over the last hour or so as a storm system with more snow in the higher elevations. And here's the 215 Western Beltway, scattered showers rolling into town. We're not anticipating big accumulation. We'll call it passing sprinkles and showers. Tomorrow still looks like a nice day, but in our on again, off again storms, another round comes in late Sunday, possibly sticking around through Monday and Tuesday. All the numbers in your 7-day forecast coming up in a few minutes. Kirsten.
The Southern Nevada Health District says it has identified the people at Durango High School who may have been exposed to tuberculosis. This after one case was confirmed at the school earlier this week. Health officials will test as many as 200 students and teachers that they say they have notified about the possibility of exposure. The tests are mandated by law. They will be conducted free of charge at the school next week. The Clark County Commission is expected to decide next week who will fill the state Senate seat left vacant by Majority Leader Kelvin Atkinson. The longtime legislator announced his resignation Tuesday after admitting to using campaign funds for personal use. The county says applications for his replacement must be filled by noon Monday. This week is National Consumer Protection Week, and in honor of that, local agencies are joining forces to help you avoid losing money to scammers. Happening right now through 3 today, you're invited to check out the Consumer Fraud Prevention Fair. You can learn about protecting yourself in stores and online. It's taking place inside the Nevada State Business Center. You'll get the opportunity to ask plenty of questions, as well as have one-on-one time with agencies like the FTC, the IRS, and Nevada Consumer Affairs, who say scammers are targeting just about everyone these days, and if you think it can't ever happen to you, you may be even more susceptible.
That's the problem. People don't think it's going to happen to them, and it does. It's happening to people, again, the young, the elderly. There's really no age preference anymore. They're trying to, these scammers are trying to get whoever they can.
Take a look at the latest numbers on your screen. Last year, Nevada Consumer Affairs received more than 1,600 complaints involving fraud or deceptive trade practices across the state. Out of those complaints, it recovered approximately $305,000 in restitution. As for the deceptive businesses, they paid up more than $35,000 in fines and hearing costs. The Las Vegas Lights getting ready to kick off their season tomorrow night with a big guarantee for fans. The professional soccer team promises a win over Austin Bold FC. Now, if they don't finish with a win, the team owner will give attending fans a free ticket to the next game. Well, the confidence follows going undefeated in preseason play, including wins over a pair of Major League Soccer teams.
We think this is a wonderful way to get everyone's attention and to convey, put our money where our mouth is, and to convey how excited we are for Season 2.
Game changers this season for the Lights include a new coach and exclusively using Cashman Field for soccer. The Aviators, formerly known as the 51s, will play baseball next month in the brand new stadium in downtown Summerlin. Well, time is running out to get your last fix of good old-fashioned Mexican comfort food at Mikhail's Vegas. The chain is closing both its Valley stores. The restaurant on West Sahara and Cimarron will shut down this Sunday. Owners tell us the East Side store will stay open just a few more months. You can see the lines outside the Harris store yesterday. This was during lunchtime. Mikhail's has been serving customers here for the past 60 years. Coming up on 8 News Now at noon, just hours after an explosive interview with CBS, R. Kelly was arrested and put back behind bars. Why an attorney, however, expects he will be released today. A social worker contracted by the Clark County School District arrested for sexual misconduct with students. What an arrest report reveals about his history after the break.
Now open in the Valley Auto Mall. You're watching the Valley's news leader with Kirsten Joyce, John Langler, Sherry Swinsk, and Nate Tannenbaum. This is 8 News Now at noon.
A former CCSD contracted worker facing charges of kidnapping, child abuse, and sexual misconduct had been in trouble with the law before. The most recent charges are detailed in an arrest report for Lawrence Anthony Winston. He was assigned to Chaparral High School, where he's accused of sexual misconduct with at least 2 students. According to the arrest report, a senior student complained that Winston had kissed her on several occasions, even getting on top of her during a meeting in his office. Winston told police one of the students flirted with him and that these allegations came up because some of the girls were infatuated with him. The arrest report details a previous arrest for rape of a victim incapable of consent, 2 separate battery charges, and several traffic offenses. Much more on this story in our newscast this evening. R. Kelly's manager says he expects his client to be released from jail later today. The Grammy winner was put behind bars Wednesday for failing to pay $161,000 in child support. The R&B singer is also facing charges of sexually abusing underage girls. In an interview with CBS This Morning's Gayle King, Kelly denied all the allegations. Well, tonight at 8, CBS News will air a 1-hour primetime special featuring exclusive interviews with R. Kelly and the 2 women who currently live with him. Again, that's tonight at 8 right here on Channel 8. Coming up next at noon, a local teen's art to be displayed at Burning Man. How long she's been helping to preserve Southern Nevada's history through art, how she hopes to inspire others with her design at this year's festival. And it's looking quite ominous out there. Nate is tracking when this rain may dissipate and may return for more. Stay with us.
Sahara, the #1 dealer in the West.
You're watching 8 News Now at noon.
Every summer, tens of thousands of people travel to northern Nevada for Burning Man. It's a week-long festival celebrating art and music. Well, this year, a local artist will have her work showcased. High school senior Tahoe Mack has been working on creating this giant metal mammoth for 3 years. She says it's morphed into a community effort to preserve Southern Nevada's history.
There's this struggle in humanity, like the trash and about losing the past, knowing like your footsteps and all the things that you do in life are going to leave an impact, and hopefully it's a good impact.
Mack originally came up with the concept for her Girl Scout Award project. After Burning Man, the art piece will then be installed at Tule Springs. I think that's fascinating. I would love to see it myself.
Can you imagine that?
Right?
A 15-foot tall.
I know.
Yeah.
It's very, very cool. I'm quite impressed. So, I'm not going to Burning Man. I know plenty of people go there from around the world.
Oh my gosh, it's a huge thing. But also, I think our weather is getting huge all of a sudden.
Isn't it,
Kirsten,
though?
we got some high school kids in the studio watching this. Was it sunny when you guys first got here this morning? It's not sunny right now. Take a look outside. We have rain on the camera lens out at Boulder Station, looking out to the east from the west side of town, or looking out to the west from the east side of town. And officially, we're at 56, but what's it doing in your neighborhood? We know there's rain, even a couple of snowflakes out by the lakes, officially 48 degrees. The Strip, you add 10, almost 10 more for Henderson at 64. So this storm is marching from the west to the east, and we'll show you the radar picture here again in just a moment, but it is definitely moving fairly rapidly. We're not anticipating major accumulation. Death Valley, 65, mid-40s with some showers in Jean. All of this stuff again marching from the west to the east, just developing. And we're on the south end of this line of storms. Much stronger rain mixed with snow over southwestern Utah, and all of it is expected to push through with strong winds gusting upwards of 25 to 30 miles an hour. So on the bigger picture, here's what we've got. There's that system just kind of marching on through. Snow over northern Nevada. But guess what? There are more storms lining up. Storm system number 1 for Sunday, another one for Monday and for Tuesday. For your family and friends across the nation, they're still getting some somewhat clearer skies to clean up from that horrible tornado in Alabama, but strong snow moving out of Illinois into the lower Ohio Valley. Right now, temperatures for your family and friends across the country. Mile High cities at 50, close to 80 for Miami, New York City at 36. Let's run through your 7-day forecast. Yeah, it was mostly sunny, but the breezes continue. I don't think we're going to hit 66 today. And of course, that clock needs to move from Saturday to Sunday because it is the end of, well, it's the beginning of daylight saving time. Saturday night into Sunday when we all set our clocks ahead or our devices set themselves ahead. But Ted Florida will be along this afternoon to keep an eye on the storms as they roll right on through, and we'll keep an eye on them for you, too.
All right. Now, my mom's coming in for a visit toward the end of next week, and we're supposed to have a little time outside. Is it looking can you see past Thursday in your great big
By the middle of the week, we are getting a little bit of a break. We're talking about temperatures warming up, maybe still not normal. Normal high for this time of year is 68, Kirsten.
My goodness. All right, Nate. You just never know living in the desert, but that's why we love living in the desert.
And we keep an eye on it for you. And if you have pictures of rain or snow, send them in to pics@lasvegasnow.com. PIX at lasvegasnow.com. Put them on our Facebook page.
That's right. Thank you, Nate.
You bet.
Coming up next in Medical Breakthroughs.
I actually, for the first time in almost 4 years, am starting to get back to a normal life again.
Could a vaccine be the answer to curing her metastatic cancer? Why doctors think it could be.
fast.
Call 1-800-FAST-FIT.
You're watching 8 News Now at noon.
Researchers are testing a vaccine specifically created according to a patient's own cancer mutations and immune system. It is a clinical trial that is only for people with metastatic cancer. Marty Salt has the details in today's...
Thank you. Good job.
Tamara Strauss can't wait to take her therapy dog Luna back for hospital visits.
These headaches.
But she has to wait because she's in the cancer vaccine trial at UC San Diego Health. She is patient number 1.
Having cancer, I mean, anything that presents itself as a solution or cure, you're going to jump on the bandwagon.
Tamara beat pancreatic neuroendocrine cancer twice, but now it's back and stage 4. Her doctors say everyone's cancer and immune system are different, so they are treating them differently.
If we were going to think about curing patients with metastatic disease, with advanced cancer, then we had to design therapies that were really individualized.
The team tested Tamara's tumor and identified neoantigens, or mutations her immune system responds to. They cultured the neoantigens with Tamara's T cells and gave her a series of 3 vaccines. Dr. Cohen said they worried the T cells would reach the tumor and be deactivated. So they added Keytruda.
What Keytruda does is that essentially it keeps those T cells from falling asleep once they get to the tumor. And so hopefully, once that happens, those T cells destroy the cancer.
It's only been 4 months since Tamara began the trial, but a mid-treatment CT scan was promising.
Not a lot of cancer.
That's really good.
It's really good.
Marty Salt, 8 News Now.
3 people are enrolled in the trial so far, but there is room for 7 more. Doctors are looking for patients with any kind of slow-growing metastatic cancer. Still to come, making good on a promise, Steph Curry unveils his new shoe inspired by the request of one young lady. Why the timing couldn't be more perfect.
Enough said. Call Ed. You're watching 8 News Now at noon.
NBA superstar Steph Curry making good on a promise he made to a young lady just in time for International Women's Day.
Yeah, you may recall this started last fall. 9-year-old Riley Morrison wrote to Steph Curry wanting to know why his signature shoes were only sold in boys' sizes. Not anymore. Curry told her he'd do something about it today. Under Armour unveiling the Curry 6 United We Win shoe. Among other things, it has a sock liner that Riley helped design featuring 2 girls playing hoops. The words "Be Fearless" and "Girl Power." Curry surprised Riley earlier this week with her own pair of United We Win shoes.
I love that.
That's awesome.
Girl
Good for
power,
her.
Indeed. Well, it's not just International Women's Day, but also Women's History Month. And in recognition of that, 8 News Now will be airing a half-hour special tomorrow called Celebrating Women. We are sharing stories of inspiring women, like the first female basketball player to dunk in a men's professional game, the first female mayor of the city of Las Vegas, and the leading ladies of the country's first female majority state legislature. Celebrating Women airs tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. and I'm looking forward to understanding the story of the first woman to dunk in the men's professional basketball game.
It's a great story. There are a
Yes.
lot of great stories that need to be told.
Yes, indeed.
In fact,
That is
we have a story
tomorrow
to tell right now.
We have some lovely visitors in studio, as we do get from time to time.
These are the
Say
kids
hello
from
to the lovely students.
From the Northwest Career and Technical Academy. These are the sophomore broadcasting students, or Video 1, or whatever you call it. Good luck, you guys.
Yes, the bright minds of the future. Hang in there. Everybody be safe out there on this Friday.
Yes, and we'll keep you posted on the rain. Keep those pictures coming.
Yes.
See you next time.